Hello students, welcome to another video of matrix space. Today we will discuss one theorem on Cauchy sequence, and after that we will see the definition of complete matrix space. First of all, the theorem, statement of the theorem is Cauchy sequence, just a second, Cauchy sequence converges in metric space. Cauchy sequence converges in metric space if and only if and only if it has if and only if it has a convergent subsequence. It has convergent subsequence. In the previous video, we have seen that every convergent sequence is Cauchy, but converse is not true. That is, every Cauchy sequence need not be convergent, but a Cauchy sequence is, when we can say that Cauchy sequence in metric space is convergent if and only if it has convergent subsequence. So we will prove this result. The proof, first of all, we will suppose Cauchy sequence in metric space, and we will show that sequence has convergent subsequence. Now, and second part, conversely, we will suppose Cauchy sequence in metric space has convergent subsequence, then that Cauchy sequence is convergent. So in the first part, let Xn be a Cauchy sequence in metric space such that that sequence is convergent. Let Xn be a Cauchy sequence. Xn be a Cauchy sequence in metric space XD, which is convergent, So we have to prove convergent Cauchy sequence in metric space has convergent subsequence, and Cauchy sequence in metric space which has convergent subsequence converges in metric space. So there are, in the first part, we suppose Xn be a convergent Cauchy sequence in metric space, and we will show that sequence has convergent subsequence. Now we know that every sequence is subsequence of itself. Every sequence is subsequence of itself. So Xn is subsequence of Xn itself, and we know that this Xn is Cauchy in metric space is convergent. So Xn is itself subsequence of Xn. So we have the sequence Xn is itself a subsequence of Xn which is convergent. So therefore this sequence Xn is itself subsequence, is itself a subsequence, and which is convergent, hence we get the subsequence of Xn which is convergent. That is, we can say that this sequence Xn has convergent subsequence. That is, we can say that Xn has convergent subsequence. Xn has convergent subsequence. Now, conversely, we will suppose the sequence Xn has convergent subsequence, and we will prove that sequence is convergent, itself convergent. So we will conversely suppose that Xn has sequence Xn has convergent subsequence. Suppose that subsequence will be xn k. This is the notation of subsequence. Suppose xn has convergent subsequence, say xn k. Now this xn k is convergent means that xn k converges to some x, that is this xn k converges to x for some x belongs to matrix space x. Now as this subsequence converges, so we can use the definition of convergence, that is epsilonian definition. Therefore for epsilon by 2 positive, or we can take only epsilon positive, we will use the notation epsilon by 2 because given sequence, a Cauchy sequence which has convergent subsequence, and we have to prove that Cauchy sequence which has convergent subsequence is again convergent. So for the definition of Cauchy sequence we will use epsilon by 2, and for the convergence of subsequence we will again use the epsilon by 2. So epsilon by 2 positive, there exists, suppose n1 belongs to set of natural numbers such that distance between this xn k x, distance between xn k comma x is less than epsilon for all n greater equal n1, or all n greater equal n1. So this is suppose equation number 1. Also we have the given sequence is Cauchy sequence. Also we have the given sequence is Cauchy sequence which has convergent subsequence. So for the convergent subsequence we use the definition of epsilonian definition. Similarly we can use the definition of Cauchy sequence. Also since xn is Cauchy sequence, xn is Cauchy sequence in matrix space xd, therefore by definition of Cauchy sequence we can write for epsilon by 2 positive, there exists some n2 belongs to set of natural numbers such that distance between this xm and xn, distance between xm comma xn is less than epsilon by 2. Here is also epsilon by 2, such that for all this, suppose n mn greater equal n2. So here we can use for all nk, not n. xnk converges to x means for epsilon by 2 positive there is n1 belongs to n, such that distance between this xnk x less than epsilon by 2 for all nk greater equal n1, and here for all mn greater equal n2. Suppose this is equation number 2. Now if we choose n is equals to maximum of this n1 and n2, we choose the n is equals to maximum of this n1 and n2, then both the conditions are satisfied. Now choose n is equals to maximum of n1 comma n2, therefore both the conditions are satisfied, that is distance between xnk comma x is less than epsilon by 2, and distance between xn is again less than epsilon by 2 for all n, that is nk greater equal n, all mn nk greater equal n. So we have to prove that this convergent subsequence xn has convergent subsequence. So we have to prove that given sequence xn is convergent, and whenever we say that the sequence is convergent, suppose that sequence xn converges to x, then distance between xn and x must be less than epsilon. So we can use the triangle inequality. Therefore by triangle inequality we can write distance between xn and x is less than or equals to distance between xn xm plus distance between x and x is less than distance between xn, suppose xnk plus distance between xnk comma x. Triangle inequality on xn x, distance between x and x is less equal distance between xn xk plus distance between xn, by using triangle inequality we can write distance between xn comma x is less than or equals to distance between xn comma suppose x n k plus distance between x n k comma x. Here the condition for n is, if we choose the n is equals to maximum of between n1 and n2, distance between x n k and x is less than epsilon by 2, distance between x m x n less than epsilon by 2 for all m comma n comma this n k greater equal n. So m n and n k all are greater than or equals to this n, all are greater equal n. So if we choose particularly for m is equals to n k, m is equals to n k, we can write this equation as distance between x n k comma x is less than epsilon by 2 and distance between x n comma x n k is less than epsilon by 2 for m is equals to n k. In particular, if we choose m is equals to n k, then these two conditions are satisfied. Suppose this is equation number star for all this n comma n k greater equal n. Suppose this is equation number star. So using equation star, we can write this distance between x and x is less equal distance is less equal, this distance is x n k less than epsilon by 2, x n k and x is again less than epsilon by 2. So we can use the equation star and write therefore which is strictly less than epsilon by 2 plus epsilon by 2 by using equation number star. So which is equals to epsilon. So we get distance between x n and x is strictly less than epsilon for all n greater than or equals to n. Hence this implies sequence x n converges to x in x. So we get the sequence x n is convergent, that is sequence x n converges in x. Sequence x n converges in x. Here the statement of the theorem was a Cauchy sequence in metric space converges. Cauchy sequence in metric space converges if and only if it has convergent subsequence. So the first part of the theorem says that if given Cauchy sequence is convergent, then it has convergent subsequence. And the converse part says that a Cauchy sequence, if the Cauchy sequence has convergent subsequence, if Cauchy sequence has convergent subsequence, then that Cauchy sequence again convergent in that metric space. So in the first part, if you take xn is Cauchy sequence that is convergent, then we have to prove that convergent Cauchy sequence has convergent subsequence, but every sequence is subsequence of itself. So we get xn is itself a subsequence of Cauchy sequence which is convergent. So first part is obvious, but in the converse part we will take one Cauchy sequence which has convergent subsequence. So xn suppose to be a Cauchy sequence such that xn has convergent subsequence, say that subsequence will be xnk. This subsequence is convergent means that subsequence converges to some point in x. So this xnk converges to x in x. So here this xnk converges to x means we can use the definition of convergence. For epsilon positive there exists some n belongs to natural numbers. For epsilon by 2 positive there exists, we take n1 belongs to natural number such that distance between this xnk and x is less than epsilon by 2 for all nk greater equal n1. This is suppose equation number 1. Also given sequence is Cauchy. We are taking the Cauchy sequence which has convergent subsequence. So given sequence xn is Cauchy. So by using definition of Cauchy sequence we can write for all epsilon by 2 positive there exists some another number, natural number such that distance between xm and xn less than epsilon by 2. Now if we choose the n is equals to maximum between n1 and n2, then both the conditions are satisfied. Here n, m and nk all are greater equal n. So we can take the particular condition for which m is equals to nk, and for m is equals to nk we can write this nk instead of this nk instead of this m, and we get the both inequality are satisfied for that n. So by using triangle inequality we can write the distance between xn and x is less than or equals to distance between xn xnk and xn plus distance between xnk x. So this distance is less than epsilon by 2 plus this is again less than epsilon by 2. So we get distance between xn and x is less than epsilon for all n greater equal n. This is the definition of convergence, that is the given sequence xn converges to x in metric space x. Hence the proof. Now the next topic is completeness or complete metric space. Next topic is complete metric space. Complete metric space. This is the important result. First of all, we will see the definition of complete metric space. A metric space XD is said to be complete. A metric space XD is said to be complete. Is said to be complete. A metric space XD is said to be complete if every Cauchy sequence in that metric space is convergent. If every Cauchy sequence in X is convergent. If you have given a metric space and you have to check that metric space is complete, then we can say that the given metric space is complete whenever all the Cauchy sequences, every Cauchy sequence in that metric space is convergent. Then we can say that given metric space is complete. So definition of complete metric space is a metric space XD is said to be complete whenever every Cauchy sequence in that metric space is convergent and converges to a point in X. That is, that sequence, every Cauchy sequence in that metric space must be convergent, and that sequence, Cauchy sequence, must converge to a point in that X. So, for example, if we take the example that we have taken in the previous, in the definition of, after the definition of complete matrix, Cauchy sequence, if you take X is equals to open interval 0 1, B with, this is metric induced from standard metric with standard metric induced from R. Standard metric induced from R. Then this sequence, suppose the sequence Xn is equals to 1 upon n. This 1 upon n is Cauchy sequence in R, but this 1 upon n converges to 0, but 0 does not belongs to this X. This Cauchy sequence, this is Cauchy sequence in R, also this Cauchy sequence in open interval 0 1, such that 1 upon n converges to 0, but that 0 doesn't belongs to open interval 0 1. This means open interval 0 1 is not a complete metric space. Open interval 0 1 is not a complete metric space. Open interval 0 1 is not complete metric space. Now, this is the definition of complete metric space. Metric space XD is said to be complete whenever all the Cauchy sequences, each and every Cauchy sequence in that metric space must be convergent and converges to the point in that X. So, we will take one remark. This remark is important. R is complete metric space. R is complete metric space. This means that every Cauchy sequence in R is convergent. So, as I taught to you in the previous videos, that is, every convergent sequence is Cauchy in metric space, but every Cauchy sequence need not be convergent in metric space, but this result is holds in real analysis, that is, for R every Cauchy sequence is convergent. So, R is complete metric space. In fact, R raised to n is complete. R raised to n is complete, that is, R square, R cube, all the metric spaces are complete metric spaces. Also, any discrete metric space is complete. This, if you take one note, every discrete metric is complete, because the Cauchy sequence, if you use the definition of Cauchy sequence means the distance between 2 points of that sequence. Suppose xm and xn are the two elements of that sequence, then distance between xm and xn must be very small whenever for all m greater equal n. So if we take very small distance in discrete metric space, there are two possibilities for the distance, either 0 or 1. So we need very small distance, so 0 is the only possibility. If you take epsilon is equals to suppose 1 by 2, and distance between xm xn less than 1 by 2 means xm is equals to xn. So if we take any Cauchy sequence in that matrix, discrete metric space, that Cauchy sequence must be a constant sequence such that distance between any 2 points is 0. So every Cauchy sequence in discrete metric space is convergent. That is, that sequence means if we take the Cauchy sequence, then distance between any 2 points xm and xn is equals to 0 means all the elements after that n are same. So that sequence will become, if we take the subsequence of that sequence, that will become constant. So this I mean, if we take any Cauchy sequence in discrete metric space, so definition of discrete metric space is distance between xm and xn is less than epsilon for all mn greater equal n. This is the definition of Cauchy sequence for, and we know that epsilon is very small number. For the smaller values of epsilon, that is if you take in particular 1 by 2, then distance between xm and xn is less than 1 by 2 in discrete metric space means distance between xm and xn is equals to 0, because there are only two possibilities of the distance in discrete metric space, either 1 or 0. So these are two equal. This distance between xm and xn is less than 1 by 2 means distance between xm and xn is equals to 0. That is, xm is equals to xn for all mn greater equal n. If you take any Cauchy sequence in discrete metric space, then that Cauchy sequence satisfies this condition. So there is no, both the number, that is xm and xn are the same number. So for the Cauchy sequence there is only one possibility, that is for mn greater equal n all the elements are same, and that Cauchy sequence means if we take this condition, this means that these are equal. So every Cauchy sequence in discrete metric space is convergent. So every discrete metric space is complete. Clearly you can see that if we take the Cauchy sequence, xn is Cauchy sequence, then that Cauchy that satisfies the condition of Cauchy sequence. The condition of the Cauchy sequence is distance between xm xn less than epsilon by epsilon. Then if you take epsilon is small, very small number, then xm is equals to xn. So every Cauchy sequence in discrete metric space satisfies this condition, that is all the elements after n are same, and that clearly that sequence converges to xm or xn. These both are same number, so every Cauchy sequence is convergent. So every discrete metric space is complete. This is the important as far as multiple choice questions concerned. Complete metric space, R is complete, R square is complete, R cube is complete, in fact R raised to n is complete. Also every discrete metric space is complete, but open, if we take metric space x is equals to open interval 0 1, then that metric space is not a complete metric space.